probably have to unload at least once before we collect the last of the potatoes. And I may check the field state just to see how much of it does it think we got. I might not need to empty it. I guess the other question is, you keep going, how fast does that thing go? 6. Okay. Alright, lift that, turn it off. But the problem with the other harvester is it's very difficult to use it and not drive on crops. So you really need, ideally you want a twin spaced wheel, spaced narrows on your haulage tractor. So basically something like this with those, because your potatoes pass between the wheels and you have enough traction to haul it. Why haven't you stopped? Oh, come on, really? Okay, brake has engaged. So don't have quite a full tipper, but we're good here, I think. Again, a struggle up the hill. But a lot of this sort of patches of withered crop or failed to germinate crop did cause a lot of issues for our worker in harvesting this. And the brakes engaged on that one too. So, how does that field look? Yeah, see, there are all these patches, and some of these patches are withered crop, so we're never going to be in a bad condition. But we'll bring the plough down, we'll start getting this ploughed. Over here, I need to run the case around and clean up the edges. This field and this field we will plant with soybeans next year. This currently has oilseed radish, so we'll come back with the seeder and just put oilseed radish in that field. Then we're looking at cultivating these two and planting rye in all of these. I think as well, I could get some digestate here, but it's going to take a while to ship it in. This is the field here because of this hedge line, and I think there's fence along there. You can't get from these fields across to here, so putting canola in this field will be fine because it's separate from everything else. These 3 fields I think I'm planning for sunflowers, and we do have enough money to buy more fields if we feel like it, so that's also a thing. I'm going to leave this tipper under the silo. Once it's emptied. remember. How's our sheeps doing? Sheepies. They are doing okay. They are also doing okay. They could use some sugar beets. But we'll probably feed the sheep sometime later today. Okay. Oops. Go forwards. Yay. How are you doing on diesel? You're doing fine. Okay. But using digestate or oilseed radish just cuts down on the amount we spend on fertilizer. But full fertilization on a single field, it's not a bad problem to have, I guess. Do we also have to mow some stuff? I think we're leaving the mowing till late fall. Late fall. So hitch him up. Head back up to the top. I'll start on the furthest out field. I think it's field number 1, and we'll work our way back towards the farm. I think today I'm going to be doing a lot of road driving, just moving stuff around and setting it to work, and then tidying up when the worker claims they've finished. Come on, tractor, you can do it. Struggle. Oh, go. Not too bad. Still not sure what farm I'm going to run on 22 when we switch over. I mean, I've looked on at Calmsden. I don't think it. In the state this farm's in, Calmsden is a good farm because we've got lots of equipment, lots of money, and we can afford the workers. We've got stuff that will get the work done. As a setup, Calmsden is good, but there's a lot of work to do to get it up and running. Just because the size of the equipment is sort of medium, and the fields are absolutely huge. Are you going? Yes. Are you going? Yeah, you're doing okay. Okay. So that will add to our stuff. Oh, I can detach that. We will sell the potato harvester. Don't think I've got any leased equipment. No. So we've still got the topper. Yeah, that's the sugar beet. That's the potato. So we got the potato topper and the planter. I'm going to keep those just in case we figure, hey, let's do some more potatoes sometime in the long distance future when we're not actually playing this farm online anymore. But I think for now, this thing, I'll drop the weight at the entrance because the weight belongs to the case. Drop now. Thank you. And put this in the workshop since it's... I mean, it's not desperate for service, but yeah, we'll just do it anyway. Where's my sprayer? Where did I put it? Oh, down here. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I think right now I'm going to call that good enough. Put that back in. Okay, which way round is transport mode accessed? Do I have to flip it? Nice thing about FS22, if you try and put something into transport mode and it's facing the wrong way, it'll tell you. But 19 doesn't do that, so you have to hope you got it right. I could leave that weight here, put it on the case, and then grab the weight from the farm. I think all three of my variable weights are actually set to the same same setting. You put them in a workshop, you can switch out the number of plates on them, so you can adjust them for whatever it is you're doing. But since for me, most of the time they stay on the tractor that I've assigned them to, I don't adjust the weights once they're in use. So I've got one on this tractor, one on the class, because they tend to do the heavy, the plowing, the cultivating. And apparently tractors with wheel weights do benefit from a front weight as well. At least in FS22 they don't. They do, sorry. But when you've got heavy implements on the back, it helps to have, four-wheel drive tractor. It does help to have, actually I'm going to keep going. It does help to have more weight on the front to help with the traction on those front two wheels. Doopy-doo. So yeah, once this guy is in position, I could take the truck down to the BGA. I'm not going to be able to empty it even now. I think it's still quite a ways off having the capacity for whatever it is, the 48,000 litres that we're shipping. Okay, fill this guy up. And we can take him up to the potato field. So potato field, we're going to seed rye. Actually, we should be okay here. Once I've finished all of the ploughing, I can put the seeder on the back of this. I may just load it with oilseed radish, take it up to our sugar beet field that we'll have finished ploughing by then. Actually, this is at 1:29.7 hours. Well, no, actually, because once we've got that done, okay, first row is going to be a mess. So I want to check. You're at 131 hours. You're at 120. So they're pretty close. So, okay, no biggie. Oh, I was going to take the truck down. Never mind. We'll do that in a while. I have done a lot of ploughing with how's this size recently on Farm Sim 22. But the thing, that lambkin plough is great for getting a big field done, mostly, but it doesn't cope well with the edges and turning around at each end. So it kind of helps to have something this size just to fill in the gaps. But anyway. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying FS22. We've got the 1.3 patch should possibly be dropping in the next week or two, and I'm going to guess it's going to drop on a Tuesday, because Giants like Tuesdays. We're getting some interesting looking Agco harvesters, which I believe come in both Fendt and Massey Ferguson badges, although they are black, not the traditional green or red of those two brands. And it says they have slope compensation, which, if true, should mean that they do similar to the grape and olive harvesters, where the vehicle itself is, perpendicular to gravity, whereas the wheels might not be, and thus the header has some level of rotation to stay on the level that the field's at. Be interesting to see that in action. Obviously, since they've pioneered the sort of the slope compensation for both the grape and olive harvesters, although they're kind of the same thing superficially. It'll be interesting to see that implemented for main harvesters as well. And it gives us some Agco harvesters that are sort of a mid-size capability. Would like to see some more options on small harvesters. I guess we'll see those in mods. Also this week we got the Johnston trailer, which I've featured on this farm, which we've used for sheep movements and logging and baling and shopping. Very, very versatile small trailer. The problem with our farm now is we're now at the point where we have so many sheep. The Johnston trailer is just impractical. Because when it comes to selling sheep, I'm wanting to sell 200-300 sheep. And when the Johnston trailer can move about 13, you're going to be taking a whole bunch of trips And from our farm down to the animal dealer is probably the longest trip on the map. So it just takes an age. I still don't recall. I didn't move the truck still. Stick that on a worker, see if he keeps going for a minute. You're almost done with that bit. Jump back in there. You can tab out to the JCB. 16,000. Probably should continue to consider bringing the truck down. You're actually working. You're going to finish here. No, you're going to start ripping up my grass. Dude! Not cool. You know what I might do? Since that's a thing. Start landscaping. Bring up the help panel. Okay. Raise, lower, smooth, flatten. Change landscaping mode X. Ground type, yes. Change modification shape. Switch painting ground type tab. Did I get it all? Oh, no, I did. Okay. That should now regrow and no longer be a problem. Dude, come back. Stop trying to rip up my grass field. No, 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 no. Okay, still going backwards, so that's good. Okay. Worker off. Help text off. Oh, we'll swing her along the top here. So basically repainting that as sort of map grass does mean that the worker should not head out into that field. I have in the past completely missed it doing that and ended up with sort of a quarter of the field ploughed under. Or replanted as, you know, sugar beets or something stupid. Field there is clover. We're not going to get another cut from that field. I think field 5 down by the bottom. The southernmost sheep field will be ready for cutting later on, possibly next month, late fall. All this means is I just need to put less what do we put on these things? Less nitrogen on these crops. once they're planted. Over there, we'll do that bit, then we'll put it back on the worker. Okay, who's still running? That's the AGCO. So Challenger's still doing his ploughing, that's good. And as I said, because we're just planning to cultivate this field in as well, it's not a big problem if the Challenger takes a wrong turn and starts ploughing that field up. Functionally, ploughing and cultivating achieves the same thing. I'm pretty sure I don't have a direct seeder, so I have to cultivate or plough a field. And then, because we've got oilseed radish in the field, I have to cultivate it or plough it first. Okay, you go and do your thing. You're still sat there, you're there. Okay, now we're going to move the truck. How does our silo look? I'm guessing after this truckload, I've still got another 2 trucks to take down to the BGA. So, swing this wide. Try and avoid comments from long hauler as we make that turn. Looks like that was fine. And we'll probably crash into a tree on the way and roll it. Yeah, 35 down a lane like this, probably not wise either. Then we can get back to the ploughing in the case, because it looks like he's given up as well. Although I wasn't expecting great things from him. Now, what was in the field on the right? I think the field on the right needs oilseed radish too. Oh, so much work. No, we put digestate in that field. So that field doesn't need oilseed radish. Typically the fields that had sunflowers in, they get harvested late, and then I'm going to put a cereal crop into the field. So that's a quick turnover because we're planting most of our cereal crops in the fall. And but with the cereal crops, because we usually follow them up with an oilseed crop, typically on this farm sunflowers, occasionally canola. The thing there is we're not turning the field over quickly, we're leaving it fallow through the winter. So there's time to put out oilseed radish and leave it in the ground for a long time. Alrighty, we are here. Uneventfully. And then I've still got all of those silage bales to sell as well, which is why our JCB isn't up on the farm at the moment. So, I'll pull that forward a bit. There we go.